Well, I'm off to the city again, down to Cairns on a Monday. A little later than usual, about half hour later. Just saw the bus go by, so better get a wriggle on and get down there to the bus stop. But yeah, we've had a lot of rain in the last 24 hours, so it rained very heavily just before I woke up this morning, around 6ish. At the moment, luckily, it's not, although it looks a bit ominous over there. We've definitely got showers at the moment, so who knows. And I've been assiduously checking out realestate.com online just to see what's happening in Brisbane with the possibility of living in a new abode. There's a lot of hurdles to cover before it even could make that a reality, I might add. So no guarantee that's going to occur, but if it does, I imagine it'll probably be late spring, winter next year is when it might occur. Because if I want to sell my house at the best time, well, that would logically be in spring. So I've got a few months to go before that occurs, get into March, and but that's good. You need a bit of time for preparation. Today I'll find out what my health status is, which is fairly important, determining what happens to me in the future. So yeah, it's see how it all goes, but I'm just feeling better doing something, looking at options, because I've been in a bit of a rut. It can happen to anybody, anywhere, and even here. And I still stick to what I've said before, that I love being in this type of environment, but the heat is a really important factor in it. These continual heat waves are something I haven't experienced before up here, and I know that Brisbane ain't exactly cold, but it doesn't have that the extent of the extreme weather that we can have up here. So it's wonderful. I've got my experience of living near the beach, which is fantastic, and that's very nice, and I'll certainly be visiting the beach a lot if I do make a decisive move to shift. But it's just a thought bubble at the moment, but you just never know. Certainly with the current prices happening with real estate actually dropping in Brisbane, I don't think there'll be any problems me being able to get a place, so that's not going to be an issue. My second ride on Ebus. That was actually only 2 rides ago I had my first ride on it, so maybe they're just targeting the 110 and the 111 routes to do the trials for the buses, because I don't think there'd be that many of them running at the moment. But there was no hassles getting from home to down here in Cairns on the bus, and it is definitely a smoother and quieter ride, so it'd be good if it's the norm. I read an article about e-buses. I think it was written about a year ago, and this guy in Sydney was claiming that he'd contacted a private company which thought that they crunched the numbers and thought e-buses were currently economically viable. But I put a posting in there saying, well, what about government subsidies? Were they involved? Because I know there's quite a few government subsidies around at the moment to push for e-vehicles, EVs, and presumably e-buses as part of that mix. So to give a true indication of what the cost of running them is, you'd need to take that into account. So I'm not convinced that they're 100% economically viable yet. I'm sure they're getting better by the day, but I think the taxpayer's probably paying more for these buses at this stage than diesel version, but I'll be quite happy when the transition takes place and we do have a fully e-bus fleet, because it is a nicer way of travelling, there's no doubt about it. But I just don't think you should be using more taxpayers' money at this stage to do it. I think it's the market will actually indicate when the best time to do it is. But with these sort of policies, they keep pushing very hard to get things happening faster than maybe the technology, which is appropriate for that technology. But anyway, look, I think I'm glad that I've ridden on them, and it is a good experience. I just got the 110 bus up to Cook Highway. Unfortunately, it got to the stop 2 minutes after the 111 was due. If the 111's on time, I've missed it, so I've cut across the highway and now walking to Koara Beach Shops. I might just walk home because I want to pick up some gin at the Liquorland there, and yeah, I've got some frozen veggies which I suppose need to go in the freezer ASAP, but it'll be about 20 minutes before I get home. I guess it'll be okay. Weather's not so bad at the moment, it's not raining anyway, so and it is good exercise, so we'll try that. Couldn't find one plastic basket at Woolworths until I got to the checkout. Maybe because they're super busy because of Christmas and people have just used them all up. I thought they might have cut them out, which would have really pissed me off, thinking some sort of a virtue signalling exercise against plastic use or something. But I imagine I wouldn't be the only person upset if they did that. Still plenty of those damn annoying trolleys that always get in your way. Anyway, got a relatively clean bill of health, not totally clean, not my age, but so I got a bit of a break from things for a few weeks, so I think things over. Maybe have a chat to my old real estate agent about prospect of offloading my house, so we'll see. But I really like Forest Lake as a suburb. It's south of Brisbane, and it does have a couple of natural, a couple of man-made lakes in the centre of it. But what I'm very impressed with is there's paths everywhere joining up. So it's a bike rider's paradise. Even better than here. I think it's flatter than here, and as I say, it'll be cooler. And the house prices, depending on how big the block of land is, can be quite reasonable. I've seen places that was sold. I checked them out on realestate.com. There was one that was about 450,000, a 3-bedroom place, 1 toilet, which is smaller than my current place, but the block of land, I think, was only about 300 and something square metres, which is less than half of what I've got. Ideally, I'd like about 600. That would be nice. But beggars can't be choosers. The more land you get, the bigger the price tag. So you've got to keep it in perspective, I guess. So anyway, it does seem like a very desirable place. It's about a 50-minute bus ride to the city, so it's not super close, but I don't care. I don't think that's my primary worry. You can get the city a bit faster. There is a railway station up the road, which takes around 30 minutes or so to get to the city. If you make a good bus connection and there's plenty of trains coming, you don't have to wait too long, that would be quite a viable option, I guess. Anyway, it sort of stands out as a different type of suburb. It looks like bushland, lots of trees everywhere, lots of foliage. It looks really nice. Kawara Beach is nice, but a different type of nice. And only downside of the lake is you can't swim in the damn thing, which is a bit of a shame. You can kayak in it, but they've had some vegetation growing in it, some blooms that have been needed to be looked after. Well, there's a few people down the beach today. A bit busier than usual. That's to be expected. I guess it was on holiday. Makes sense. And we've got a bit of sun, which is unusual because it's been raining for quite a few days, and which has been fantastic because it's provided relief from the heat. So it's been great. Well, it's quite a way out the sea at the moment. And there's Double Island where those pesky jellyfish breed. Apparently they haven't been causing as much of a problem here the last few days. I'm told by my neighbour that the alert is off down at the where the nets are, down the end of this beach here. So that's good news. I'm relieved that the stock market's closed today because I have had an absolute shocker, I've got to admit. So I've taken quite the bath with the shares I bought. I wish I'd just stuck to my cash, as it turned out. There may be a total change in mood about investing at the moment because you know, people keep talking about the terrible recession that awaits us next year, and that may or may not be true, but most pundits think it is. We'll see. If it doesn't happen, I think it'll be a surprise to a lot of people. But this is how perverse the stock market is. America had good employment figures, I think it was, on Friday, and of course the stock market reacted negatively because that meant that the Feds are going to increase interest rates as vigorously as they have been doing, and they really hate that. So even though it's good for the macro economy to have good employment and what have you, stock market doesn't like it. So look, it could readjust over the break. It's going to be pretty quiet next week. It's only going to be about 3 days of trading, and then we've got a couple of holidays in the next week as well, so because of New Year's. Well, at least I think it's at least one. I don't know if it is 2 public holidays. It was certainly Monday and Tuesday coming up. It's going to be public holiday, so it'll give me a break from the market, which is good. I don't really want to look at that screen at the moment. It's a bit of a horror screen. Bit of something that just ugly, really ugly, and it's hard to handle, and this is where you earn your money investing. And I've just got to hang in there and hope it turns around. But I don't know why these grain producers and almond producers are being punished so badly. So very strange. I thought those would be stocks that would be fairly impervious to a lot of these fluctuations, but not so. Investors in the market, they take their money out of certain types of stocks, and they become out of favour, and then eventually they'll change their mood and then start putting money back into it. They're probably trying to make a trade profit. There's a lot of manipulation taking place, so logic is not going to take you that far, really. Yeah, no one down here. It's not that busy. Well, it's Thursday, and I've got the two-wheeled tank out, and it's going to be the first time I've ridden the thing for over a month, mainly because we had the three heat waves in a row, and I just had no energy, and it was just so unpleasant to go out. It's actually about 30 degrees now. It's actually 2:30 in the afternoon, so it's not exactly cool. But I'll just go up to the local shops. I need to try to get some greens because as usual, with my Thursday Coles delivery, there was an item missing. There was a couple of items missing this week, but one of them was the spinach lettuce, which is about $3. Gives you a plastic pack of that, which is my basic greens allocation. I didn't have it, so I'm going to go to the local store and see what they've got any, because they do get that stuff delivered on Wednesdays, so they still might have some in stock. Otherwise, I'll have to go all the way to the supermarket itself and see if I can get that. I won't do it today, though. I'll do it tomorrow if I go ahead with that. But I've been feeling, I had a bit of gastro as well, so I'm not 100%, but I just want to get out on the bike, and there's been so few opportunities because it's been raining all week. It's been great as far as cooling down the place is concerned. I've got no regrets there, but it has made it difficult to get on the bike. So we'll do it now and see how it goes, because it's been so long. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to handle it. We'll see. Oh, here goes nothing. First thing to just get my leg over, which I've done. Impossible to do with my other shorts. I've got no pedal assist at the moment, and we'll just see how we go. Oh God. Okay. Okay, pedal assist is working. It's good. Oh, there's the old plover. It was in my backyard the other day. Hope the old gastro doesn't put me out soon. We'll see how we go. Go up to 3. I won't take. I have to make it easy on me. Oh, I can feel the power kicking in. It's good. Yeah, I've still got more than half of the battery allowance. It's amazing how long it's lasted. I still haven't charged this battery since purchasing the bike for at least 2.5, 3 months ago. That's incredible. Good quality battery, Samsung battery. Yeah, I just haven't done much walking or bike riding or anything for a while. Should be pretty quiet today, just after the holidays. God, more plovers, they're everywhere. God, the place is being inundated with them. Could end up like the birds the way things are going. They can't, if they want to get aggro. Ah, the bus. I always see the bus. Yeah, it's a little humid. What I'm going to do is do the same route. So I'll go back via Poolwood. And I just realised I haven't got my backpack on. What an idiot. I've done this before. So I'll just go and get my backpack and we'll continue on with this journey. I must be unfit. I can already feel the effects. So just one gentle ride up to the shops and back I think will do me today. I was going to charge it up now, but I think it's okay. So. Okay, well that's good. I had a false start, but I'll get into it now. Quite a headwind, definitely go 3. Hope the framing's okay on the camera. Should be better. I'm trying to look up a bit. I'd hate to have this house just here. Horrible position it's in. I'd be putting in a fairly solid front fence personally. successful. I picked up at that particular store there, just that grocery store there, got myself a pack of baby spinach, $3.50, so it was 50 cents higher. I could have got the normal mix, which was $3, so I guess they're marginally more, but the use-by date's good. It's 8th of Jan, so it should be pretty fresh. They get them delivered on Wednesday, so it may be fresher than, I mean, that's a very good use-by date, and that would be better than what I'd get at the supermarket generally. So that's not bad. It's a good backup, but they do sell out fast. You won't get any of this stuff early next week. They would have already sold it, no doubt. So, but now I've got deliveries on Thursdays from Coles. This works out well. So I just got to get this behemoth back to my house. My grog, they've got the wine, cheap wine, and clean skin gin. Extract incredibly heavy battery from my backpack, and that's most of the weight gone. Okay, ready to hit the road. Okay, they're still working on it by the looks of things. I'm going to probably have to wait at the lights. Just coming up here. They're taking forever. Boy, are they drawing out this job. There's no traffic light. Oh, they got rid of that, but no, they still haven't got it open yet. As you can see, there's still a barrier there. So Miami Street is still not connected to Trinity Beach. So that's, but at least we don't have to worry about the damn lights, because that was quite inconvenient. I'm up to 20 k's now. It's a lot easier down Poolwood. Very long road, 21 k's, 22 k's, 23 k's. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.